It's now or never. Listen up. Right now, this very second, you have a choice. Do something or do nothing. Move forward or stay stuck. Build or decay. But understand this. There is no in between. Some of you are waiting for the perfect time, waiting for confidence, waiting until you feel ready. Let me tell you the cold, hard truth. You'll die waiting. Nobody is coming to wake you up at 4 a.m. Nobody is forcing you to chase your goals, and nobody gives a damn if you quit. So what are you waiting for? You say you want it, but do you? You say you want success, but do you actually do the work? Or do you hit snooze and lie to yourself? You know what's worse than failing? Regret. Sitting in a chair one day, looking back, wishing you had gone all in. Knowing you had the talent, the opportunity, the time, but you wasted it. That feeling will eat you alive. And here's the real kicker. Fear is the only thing stopping you. Fear of looking stupid, fear of failing, fear of stepping outside that weak comfort zone. Well, guess what? Fear is a liar. It only has power if you listen to it. So today, right now, you decide. Are you going to keep talking or are you going to execute? Because time is running out. Nobody is promised tomorrow. You say, I'll start next week. No, it's now or never. Get up, get moving, get it done. No one is coming to save you. Listen up. Nobody is coming. Nobody. You keep waiting for a sign, waiting for permission, waiting for some magic moment where everything clicks and you suddenly feel ready. That's never going to happen. You think someone's going to pull you out of your misery? Think again. You think somebody's going to call you up and hand you your dream? Wake the hell up. Life doesn't care how hard it is. It doesn't care about your past, your struggles, or your excuses. It keeps moving, whether you're ready or not. And if you don't take control, it will run you over. Look around. How many people do you see waiting for motivation, waiting for someone to notice them, waiting for things to get easier? They wait, and then one day they die full of regret. You think you're owed something? Nobody owes you a damn thing. If you want something, you have to go to war for it. You have to put in the hours, suffer through the grind, and bleed for it. No shortcuts, no handouts, no easy way out. And when it gets tough, when you feel like quitting, that's the moment that separates the weak from the relentless. Most people tap out, they fold. They go back to their comfort zone and convince themselves they never really wanted it in the first place. But you have a choice right now. Stay weak or rise the hell up, because the truth is there is nobody coming to save you. It's just you every damn day. Pain is temporary. Regret is forever pain. It's what you're running from, isn't it? That burn in your lungs, that ache in your muscles, that voice in your head screaming, stop, this hurts. But let me tell you something. Pain is a liar. It wants you to believe it's permanent, that it will never end. But guess what? It always does. The pain fades, the soreness disappears, the suffering passes. But you know what doesn't fade? Regret. Regret is the real killer. It sits in your chest like a stone, whispering, you could have done more. You could have been more. And you can't escape it. It follows you into old age, haunts you in the quiet moments, eats you alive when it's too late to do anything about it. You think pain is hard. Try living with the knowledge that you gave up. Try carrying the weight of what if for the rest of your life. Right now, you're at a crossroads. One road is hard as hell. It's sweat, it's suffering, it's pushing past every limit you thought you had. But that road leads to something. It leads to strength. It leads to pride. It leads to becoming the person you were meant to be. The other road, that's the easy one, the comfortable one, the one where you quit when it gets tough, where you back down when it hurts. And at first it feels good, no pain, no struggle, but fast forward 10, 20, 30 years, and you'll wish you could go back. You'll wish you had suffered, because that pain you dodged, it was your ticket to greatness. And now it's too damn late. Your excuses are lies. Listen up. Every excuse you tell yourself is pure garbage. I'm too tired. Lie. You stayed up scrolling on your phone instead of getting real rest. I don't have time. I lie. You made time for Netflix, for social media, for useless distractions. I'll start tomorrow. Biggest lie of them all. You said that yesterday, you'll say it again tomorrow, and next week, you'll still be standing in the same damn place. You know what excuses really are? They're comfortable little lies you tell yourself to stay weak. Excuses are the chains you willingly put on, the prison you built for yourself, brick by brick. Because here's the truth. You don't actually want it bad enough. Not yet. If you did, you'd stop talking and start doing. You stop waiting for motivation and start moving no matter what. Excuses are for the soft, the quitters, the people who sit around blaming everything but themselves. It's not my fault. I wasn't given the right opportunities. Shut that weakness down. The world doesn't care about your circumstances. It cares about what you do in spite of them. You think the strongest people got there by making excuses? Hell no. They got there by showing up when nobody was watching, by putting in the work when they were exhausted, broken, and doubted by everyone, including themselves. You have two choices. Keep feeding yourself lies and stay exactly where you are, or call yourself out, own your life, and get it done. Fear will bury you alive. Fear. That invisible chokehold, that little voice whispering, what if I fail? What if they laugh? What if I'm not good enough? Let me tell you something. Fear is a straight up liar. It's the ultimate thief. It steals opportunities, kills dreams, and buries people while they're still breathing. And the worst part, most people let it. They let fear keep them in a box, playing it safe, doing just enough to survive, but never enough to break free. You know how many people take their potential to the grave because they were scared? Too damn many. They spent their whole lives tiptoeing around failure, avoiding discomfort, staying small, and for what? To die full of regret, to spend their last days wishing they had just taken the risk? Because that's exactly what fear does. It buries you alive. You don't even realize it at first. One little hesitation, one excuse, one moment of I'll do it later, and before you know it, you're 6 feet deep in a life you never wanted. And let me tell you, there's no coming back from that. Fear wants you to believe it's protecting you, that it's keeping you safe. But safe from what? Growth? Greatness? The person you're supposed to become? The only way out is through. You don't negotiate with fear. You don't tiptoe around it. You go straight at it. You feel it, you acknowledge it, and then you do the damn thing anyway. Because if you don't, fear will bury you. And one day you'll wake up and realize you never actually lived. Discipline over motivation. You keep waiting to feel like it. That's your problem. You think the people out here winning, crushing goals, pushing limits, becoming unstoppable are doing it because they feel motivated every day? Hell no. They do it because they made a decision. They built discipline. And discipline didn't care how you feel. Motivation, that's a fragile little bitch. It comes and goes like the wind. One day, you're hyped up, ready to take on the world. The next, you're making excuses, skipping workouts, staying comfortable. That's why motivation is useless. Discipline, though, that's the real beast. Discipline means you show up when you're tired. You put in the work when nobody's watching. You grind when your body hurts, when your mind is screaming at you to stop. Because you don't listen to that weakness, you crush it. Discipline is getting up at 4 a.m. when your bed feels like paradise. Discipline is putting in extra reps when your muscles are on fire. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. Because feelings are soft. Feelings want comfort. Feelings tell you to stay in bed, to take a break, to wait until you're in the mood. You know who listens to feelings? The weak. The people who never get anywhere. The ones who start and stop, and never finish. But the discipline, they don't stop. They don't need hype, they don't need motivation, and they sure as hell don't need permission. They wake up and get it done. You ask yourself, are you running on discipline, or are you still out here chasing motivation like some lost puppy? Because one will make you unstoppable. The other will keep you average forever and ever. Every second is a choice. Right now, in this exact moment, you're making a choice. You don't realize it, but you are. Every second of your life, you're choosing to grind or choosing to be lazy, choosing to get stronger or choosing to stay weak, choosing to push forward or choosing to stay exactly where you are. And don't give me that I don't have a choice excuse. That's bullshit. You always have a choice. You either control your mind or your mind controls you. You either take ownership of your life or you let life own you. Most people, they don't even think about it. They float through their days making weak-ass choices, wasting time, letting distractions rob them, and then they wonder why they're stuck. Every second you waste is a second you never get back. You say you'll do it later, guess what? Later doesn't exist. It's just a lie you tell yourself to avoid doing the hard shit right now. Every second, you're either getting closer to the person you're supposed to be or you're drifting further away. There's no in between, no pause button, no neutral ground. You're either growing or dying. You can choose comfort or you can choose greatness. You can choose excuses or you can choose discipline. You can choose to take action or you can sit there watching your life slip through your fingers. The clock is ticking. What the hell are you going to do? Die empty. Most people go to the grave with everything still in them, their potential, their dreams, their fire, all of it wasted. And why? Because they were scared. Because they made excuses. Because they thought they had time. But time doesn't give a damn about your plans. One day it's going to run out. And when it does, will you be able to say you left nothing behind? You've got one shot at this. One. No do-overs, no rewinds, no second chances. And every single day you play small, every single day you hold back, you are digging your own grave while you're still breathing. People wake up and act like they've got forever. They put off their goals. They say, I'll do it later. Later turns into next year. Next year turns into never. And then they die full of regret. You think you're tired. You think you've given enough. You haven't even scratched the surface. There's more inside you, more effort, more grind, more greatness. But you have to be willing to pull it out, to burn through every ounce of yourself before you're gone. Because that's the only way to win this game. You don't leave anything behind. You give it all. Your energy, your discipline, your pain, your struggle, until there's nothing left. You think you can afford to take it easy? You can't. You don't know when your time is up. The question is, when that day comes, will you go out knowing you gave every damn thing you had? Or will you take your potential to the grave like everyone else? Die empty. Most people go to the grave with everything still in them. Their potential, their dreams, their fire, all of it, wasted. And why? Because they were scared. Because they made excuses. Because they thought they had time. But time doesn't give a damn about your plans. One day it's going to run out. And when it does, will you be able to say you left nothing behind? You've got one shot at this. One. No do-overs, no rewinds, no second chances. And every single day you play small, every single day you hold back, you are digging your own grave while you're still breathing. People wake up and act like they've got forever. They put off their goals. They say, I'll do it later. Later turns into next year. Next year turns into never. And then they die full of regret. You think you're tired? You think you've given enough? You haven't even scratched the surface. There's more inside you, more effort, more grind, more greatness, but you have to be willing to pull it out, to burn through every ounce of yourself before you're gone, because that's the only way to win this game. You don't leave anything behind. You give it all, your energy, your discipline, your pain, your struggle, until there's nothing left. You think you can afford to take it easy? You can't. You don't know when your time is up. The question is, when that day comes, will you go out knowing you gave every damn thing you had? Or will you take your potential to the grave like everyone else?